Levi, I always like to start these off with like really important, nitty gritty questions. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
If is pineapple an acceptable topping on pizza?
I don't think there really is. I don't think it really matters. I'm not really people like it. Yeah. I mean, sure.
Right.
But yeah, if it's your taste that you like, you don't have to like what everybody else likes.
Yeah, for sure. All right. If you could have one superpower, but only one, what would it be?
Probably teleporting. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. 'Cause mine is speed, so it's kind of the same.
You could be at a lot of places. I mean, time is very valuable, and if you had teleportation or speed,
right,
you could be anywhere in a matter of
seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I like that answer. All right, so Spartan Air, love the name. I got to know, where's the name come from?
Well, when I first started it, I was trying to think of something strong. I remember where I was. I was in Ellington just pulling on an Ellington Gillette in Palmetto or Ellington. And I was like, you know what? Spartan. I was like, that's strong. I could probably create something logo, cool, and do something neat with it. And nobody else has it as far as an air conditioning company goes. And people think Spartan, people think strength and
loyalty, honor.
A lot of different things.
Yeah, for sure. And it rolls off the tongue too, like Spartan Air. Is that how you say it? Spartan Air.
Yeah, Spartan Air.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I get on the phone with people and I say Spartan Air, like Spartan Air. I know it's SP. Yeah.
Spartan Air.
Yeah,
for sure. So what made you get into this industry, and more importantly, what made you decide to bet on yourself and start your own thing?
So I had actually just come home. I was in the Marines, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I started going to college. I was thinking nutrition. I was like, no, maybe a nutritionist or something fitness wise. And honestly, college really wasn't my vibe. It just wasn't for me. So I had sat down. A buddy of mine actually moved down at the time, and we were talking with my dad, and him and Shannon Glasgow at the time were pretty close, and they were saying, I'd do it all over again. My dad told me, he had said that if they could do it all over again, they'd go in the AC business. I was like, okay, well, I'll give it a shot. So tech school for a year, did that, went to work for somebody. That didn't work out. Worked for another person, my uncle. That didn't work out. And just I went and got my license while I was working with my uncle for a while, and just kind of rolled in, and just it's been a rough ride. And it's it's still rough, but it's going, it's moving.
How long you been in business?
Since technically 2017 it started.
So 7 years. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you. So you're working with somebody else, then you went out on your own. Was it just you by yourself, or did you start with other people? Or
I tried in the beginning. It doesn't. Tried the partnership thing. That did not transpire very well. Went through some rough patches and started fresh again. And just, I thought there might be more easy buttons, and there definitely is no easy button.
No.
You just got to get out there and just find your vision and create your goals and go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And get some people that align with that.
That's hugely important. Like getting people that have the same vision, and you're all rowing the boat the same direction, right? Like together. Mm-hmm. You got this person's back, they got your back, and you can rely on them. That's hugely important. How many guys you have now?
I think the last time I looked, we have a contractor program. 28 or so, maybe 30 or so.
Man. And how do you, like, in terms of choosing a contractor, obviously skill, hugely important, right? But like, how do you go about choosing a contractor you're going to continue to work with?
As far as, people choosing me, not my business, or me choosing other people to work with?
Yes. I mean, both.
Employee wise?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
they're representing you. Like they go somewhere, they're representing Spartan Air.
So I did not start hiring people differently until this year. So I first start with phone interviews.
Okay.
And one of our core values is transparency. So right on the rip, as soon as I get on the phone with them, if I get a yeah or a who's this, I hang up.
Yeah.
I don't even have time for this.
Right. So
we get past the phone interview. I talk to people, and once if they do make it to come sit down with me, I have a folder that has obviously all your paperwork for tax purposes, but we have goal sheets, and we have a 1, 3, and 5 year goals, and we try to make sure that their goals and our goals we can align together.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where do you want to be in 3 years or a year? When I start here, I'd like to, maybe work my way to be a technician, or from install, or go from that to sales, or kind of do a little bit of both, or, I'd like to find that out so that I make sure that I can utilize them and they can utilize me just the same. It's not just how many hours can I get out of you and suck out of you, and how much money I can make off of you. And I've met those people. I've gone through personally working for people.
I've worked for people like that. Yeah.
They just don't care. And I want to make sure that we were not going to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the courses and stuff that I've learned from the past year or so has really helped me hire people. And it has become harder, I would say, to find people like that. But we don't have as high a turnover.
Sure, you're getting the right people.
We're getting the right people once we find them.
Yeah.
So,
and it goes a long way. Like, so we do something similar here. Like, everybody on the team kind of wants, their own thing. They want to be an entrepreneur, their own studio. Shouts out to Jacqueline. And so part of my job is to make sure that they're progressing toward those goals. And when you genuinely care about those individuals, like their goals, they see that, they feel it, right? And so they're going to I get the best out of Jacqueline and Josh and Javar, because they know that I want them to reach their goals. It sounds like you're talking about the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Love it.
Our goals have to align personally and professionally, and they have to see the vision.
Yeah.
So you explain to them the vision, where you're going to go, what the plan is for the future, and being honest and transparent with each other is the best way to do it.
I love it. You said one of the core values is transparency. What are the others?
Transparency is a big one, but commitment, respect, accountability.
Love it.
The
most
best
important ones. Yeah.
Important ones.
Yeah,
and sure. we kind of find ones along the way that they all kind of fall back down to the same ones.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Take me back to so you started in 2017. So like 2017, 2018, you're working by yourself. What was the first couple of months like for you?
My first job, I was doing the first one I started on was a maintenance. It was $800. And the way I saw it was, it's like I'm making, it's all just services at that point, and minor materials. So you're making good money right up front.
Right.
So I would say I was chasing money more than I realized, and I don't say that in a good way.
Right.
But I already knew, from me, it was, I always remembered that keep moving forward and don't worry about the money you've already made. That's already coming, whether you got it actually in your pocket or not, but worry about the next check.
Yeah.
Worry about the next job, and the money will keep following, just like value. But,
all right. So you're newly in business, 2018. You're getting on your feet. How do you find business as a brand new HVAC company?
My network with the people that, that's what's great about being from I'm born here. My family's been here since the beginning of Palmetto. I mean, it's like 5 generations. So networking with who you know is first. At some point you will outgrow that.
Yeah.
Because, I think that, it's hard to explain without going further, but you're going to have your family, a network of friends, and that's the best way you can possibly do it to start.
Right.
Is reaching out to people like that as a young, or someone starting as a young entrepreneur, is you don't realize how important your phone is.
Oh, hugely.
And social media. I'm even having trouble, I'm just now starting to really create more content, try to reach, locally.
Yeah.
But I'd probably say to start, it's really your nuclear family and friends.
Yeah, friends, people who are even acquaintances or former coworkers, things like that.
I'd probably say the best thing I ever did was going out to breakfast and lunch every day.
Really?
I can't tell you how much business I got from meeting people at breakfast and lunch.
Where'd you go to breakfast at?
There's probably not a breakfast spot in town, unless they're not open anymmer, that I have not been to.
Really?
And I have just talked people because they have the bar, or they have people sitting there, and you hear what people. You know how many times I've overheard people talking about their air conditioner in the morning?
Oh my God!
To the breakfast club.
Of course. That's brilliant. Of course, and they're just waking up and getting the day started. Of course,
and I just jump right in. I'm like,
oh, hey, by the way,
yeah,
brilliant. I love that idea.
So,
and you're right about the existing network, like the phones that we had. Somebody, this is probably 3-4 months ago, asked like, well, I want to start a business tomorrow. What would you do? Like if I were to start all over, and I would reach in this phone and I would send a text message to like everybody that I know, that I've ever met, and not try to sell them. Just say, hey, look, I'm going to do this. If you know somebody that I can help, it would mean so much to me if you give me a chance or pass my numbers on. Like, you're going to get business just like that. And then if you treat them right, 1 turns to 2 and 2 to 4. And yeah, so hugely important. Love it. When we talk about the customers that you're serving, residential, commercial, both?
It's like commercial, residential.
Mostly residential.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. What is the onus on like customer service? Like what makes Spartan Air different from all the other HVAC companies I see?
I believe that I am teaching our teams how to solve problems for people, not how to fix air conditioners.
I like that. Yeah.
The product knowledge is huge, obviously.
Yeah.
How to fix them. But if you can't communicate with your customer or anyone,
yeah,
to the point where you can't solve their problems because you're not even asking all the questions. They're not even thinking about the things that you might bring up. Right. Money exchanges hands when problems are solved.
100%.
So I believe that I'm building a team of problem solvers, not a team of salesmen or
right. Technicians.
How can I get the next sale, or the technicians. We're sending guys to school.
Yeah.
So, we've got, I think 3 or 4, maybe 5. I can't remember how many we sent recently to a local MACA, Minnesota Air Conditioning Association. But, they have a training program that's a year long, and we're sending them to that. These guys want to win. They want to learn. So I'd say that we have a team of problem solving individuals continuously. When I have people answer the phone, I'm training them to be able to ask the right questions. Right there over the phone.
Right away.
And I call businesses. I think the most business I've called, it was surveying companies.
Okay.
I think I've called 13 of them. I couldn't find one to help me over the phone at all. They literally couldn't tell me pricing. They couldn't tell me anything. They couldn't help me whatsoever. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I need some help out
right now.
If people are not meeting your sense of urgency, we're gonna call the next person.
Of course.
So
that's the world we live in today. 100%.
I have people that understand and meet the needs of customers.
Yeah.
Based on their sense of urgency, we meet it. I try to train at people problem solving.
Yeah.
Skills.
I love it. Where did you learn this mentality of like becoming a problem solver versus being a technician? Like, is that inherent, or like did you learn that from your service time, or?
Right now, recently we've been with training platforms, sales and training platforms, and coaching. It's called Cardone Ventures.
Say it again.
Cardone Ventures.
Okay.
Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
All them.
For sure.
So we went to a lot of their courses, and we got on Cardone University.
Okay.
And we have 10 now. We have 12 spaces to fill, but we try to get as many people onto the training platforms to help with people that need help.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
becoming more valuable.
Yeah.
On how to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know how to do that.
It's a lost art, man.
So
it truly is.
We're a company that I try to express it to where we're banging our heads on the walls. I mean, value. Yeah. You have to become more valuable.
Yeah.
And money will follow. If you're just chasing money,
yeah.
I call them money chasers, and everybody's like, "Oh, we're all chasing money." I'm like, "No, we're all chasing. If you chase value, the money will follow.
Money's going
to chase you.
You're giving value. Give.
I try to make sure everybody is understanding that if you build your value, if you're just an installing air conditioners, that value is only one. It's only so valuable. That's right. It. But if you're learning all these other things, and can fill other shoes anywhere, you're making yourself invaluable.
Yeah. To the company, to the customer, to
everyone.
Yeah.
Even yourself. I can't put a value on you. And now you can come to me and ask for more money, and I can't say no.
No, of course not.
But we make it to where these, I try to let everybody be in control of their own income.
Okay. How's that happen? Like how?
So there are platforms that you can instill in your business that are called performance pay. It's kind of like a commission.
Okay.
So our guys, like say the technicians, they go to calls. They don't make money on warranties. They also don't get paid to go back on calls. So in order for it to work, they have to make sure they don't miss anything.
Oh, you got to get it right.
You got to get it right the first time. Because if you go back, it looks bad on you. Mm-hmm. It looks bad on the company.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we don't miss anything. People are like, "Oh, every time you come here," they don't say it to us. We don't have that problem, but every time you come here that you always find something. Well, would you rather be missing? And you call us back and say, these are the famous words. You were just here.
Yeah.
You were just here. Yeah. And I have to go, "You're right. We missed it." Absolutely right. And guess what? I can't charge them. Other than the repair if it's something new, but we make it so that it is based on, the tickets are all based on the percentage of whatever the job is, even the installers. Yeah. Everything is a percentage of the job.
So you're sharing.
It's profit sharing.
Yeah. It's profit
That's basically
sharing.
what it is. And honestly, it teaches them what it's like to be a business owner.
Yeah. One day if they want to do it on their own,
you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're not willing to take the bad, then it's just never going to work.
You can't be a business owner if you're not willing to take the bad.
So,
I had somebody in front of me yesterday, a new business owner. She was like, I have this concern about like, what the hell am I doing? Like, what am I really actually doing? Betting on myself. And I said, yeah, I still get that. She's like, that doesn't go away. It's like, no, like this feeling of like, oh no, like, am I good? Am I doing this? What do they call that? Imposter syndrome? Yeah, like there's just always that feeling of being a business owner. Same thing with like watching the books and watching the money. Like these are things that it's in perpetuity. It's just part of life. So what I said to her was, you may know this, like you can't look to the left. The captain can't look to the left. There's nobody there. You gotta. There's the buck stops with you, so to speak. These are things that business owners have to deal with, but it's just part of life. You just kind of got to deal with it. All right, so 7 years in business. What's the next 5 years look like?
I mean, my goal, 125 million.
Okay.
That's the goal. Or more. I mean, if we get close to it.
Or more.
I mean, I had a goal of, I have a goal this year as well. I don't know if we're going to get there. I think we're going to get close, but it is what it is. If we don't, and we'll just figure out why we didn't meet it or get there. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a plan to sell, or if it happens, but I don't want to let anybody down, customers or our team members either.
Family, any of that stuff. So, for sure. Yeah. When you say like, if we don't hit our goal, we'll figure out where we missed. Like, how do you figure something like that out? And I'm asking that as like I know business, but I don't know your business, right? So like, if you're 20% short of what the goal is, well, what do I have to do? 20% more business? Yeah, but how?
I think it will vary. We actually may have had, like right now, I think our biggest problem right now, our production is high. We are losing some production because we don't have enough people. I got all the work in the world. Finding the work, and the sales is not the problem anymore. It is finding people
to do the work.
And I'll pay whatever, but it just, I think pinpointing the losses, trying to say it's not really the gross revenue. I think our biggest problem would be finding the people and keeping the production going.
Right.
Because we have all this work that's like sitting here, and we're losing revenue per month, per week, per day, and jobs that we could have done weeks ago.
Because you don't have the personnel.
We don't have the personnel to do it. So if the end of the year was here right now, I already know that's what it would be.
Right.
And if we had 6 to 10 more good team members that were installers or kind of well-versed in a lot, we could be chasing more.
Right.
And I went to an estimate today, and I'm thinking of something like, I look at the liability, I look at the team members we have, and how many times I have to go back on this job because I really don't like the liability of this, because I don't trust the fact that this guy that I would want to do the job would be able to do it. So I'm going to completely either turn it away or reconfigure this whole thing so I just get rid of the liability entirely and do it a whole nother way. So I would just, right now, the end of the year was here, I would say it's probably, if it's the labor.
Yeah.
We need more labor.
The personnel.
More team.
Well, that's cool that you can really like pinpoint what it is. That's clear. That's like a clear objective. Now I just got to get more of the right people. You're already doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can go out right now. I will stop indoors and knock and call, and I could get business all day long.
Right.
It's not the problem.
And we're in South
Florida. Plenty of money.
Business. Right.
And they say it doesn't grow on trees, but I think it really does.
Yeah. I mean, especially here, it's plenty of opportunity, right? And they're building more of it. Yep. So, 7 years in business, we wear lots of hats. Do you take time off?
I would say more than I used to.
Okay.
I think most of my time and weekends were 3-day weekends.
Yeah.
Or maybe leave. I try to leave early on a Friday or
half day or something.
A half day and then go, and I still am sometimes on the phone, like something really important, but yeah, now we can go away. We actually went on a Bahamas trip this year, and
oh, cool.
We took the boat over to the other coast and drove it over to the Bahamas. We stayed there for 8 days, and that's pretty fun.
Which part of the Bahamas?
Freeport.
Okay, yeah.
Shortest little trip.
Yeah, for sure. Good, man. Good. My first, I was gonna say my first few years in business, I had taken time off. We closed the last 2 weeks of the year, like staff's off, holidays. Our clients, they don't want to deal with us anyway. At the end of the year, they're doing the same thing. And that was always like my break. I like a little sabbatical, but recently I've started taking, a week off in July, and that's it. I'll work on Labor Day. I'll be at home on, Thanksgiving, whatever on the laptop. But I take that week to just kind of reset, recharge my brain, so to speak, and make plans for the future, you know what I mean? And focus on and be grateful. Be grateful has been a big thing for me. So I didn't really learn about how important taking time away as a business owner was just until, last few years. It's vitally important that we just rest our brains, even just a little bit, because you're gonna. It's what is this, Thursday? It's Thursday. You're going to go home today, relax, have some dinner. But you don't think about the business. It's your baby.
Mhm.
You don't think about it. So I'm a few years into the sabbatical thing. Can't recommend it higher. It's been really good for me. So cool. Well, Levi, I appreciate you joining me today, sharing some value. I think the audience is going to get a lot of value out of what you mentioned today. Any questions for me?
I don't think so. I mean, you know, what is it you do?
We're a digital agency. We do like web-based marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the show is our way to create video content. We do video marketing. So instead of us turning on the camera and giving value, which we could do, we like to promote a local biz. That's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Jack, could you do me a favor?
I need to learn more about marketing myself.
Yeah.
So
I got you. Thank you, man. Levi, listen, as an entrepreneur, your time is your most valuable asset. Would you agree?
yes.
We are so grateful that you were willing to give us some of your time. We just have a little thank you for you.
Nice.
Got it?
Yeah.
So go ahead and open it up.
It's pretty heavy.
There's a little weight to
I love tequila.
it.
That's good. Nice.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy. We really appreciate
Yeah, I
your
appreciate
time.
that a lot. That's awesome.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Cool.
Cut.
Hi.
Good stuff, man.